sigh, says the same thing he's been repeating for the last week.
These tests are a game of decision-making. You don't really have to be smart to pass. All you've got to do is know how to answer the questions, how to follow the rules. All you've got to have is common sense. We've been going over this. Study the instructions, and you'll be fine.
I study his face wondering if this is what he thought he'd be doing with his life in his early 20s. His unironed TJ Maxx button-up half tucked into his too long khakis. His dusty blonde shag a hopeful cover-up to the patchy stubble washing over his blotchy, puffed face. Ia taught me that a swollen face is a sign somebody drinks too much beer. Drink so much the alcohol don't even move past your neck anymore. It just sits there for everybody to know what you spend most of your time doing, trying to cope with the fact that you're stuck teaching in the Bronx post-pandemic. When it really isn't post-pandemic, but the teacher shortage is so bad, your bare minimum gets overlooked. While you stay flying under the radar, doing more harm than good. He gulps and goes on some more about process of elimination, cause and effect, main idea, critical lens. My eyes scan the prep packet, ingesting words like knack, hoopla, burgeoning, valid interpretation, appropriate literary elements. Mr. Schloss's words become a lowered hum in my mind's movie score as it starts bursting questions. Thoughts like how don't nobody I know use these words, and how I wonder who decides what is valid, appropriate. My desk jerks from the side. Zaria motions to the space under me. As usual, there lies a crumpled piece of paper full of analog text waiting for me to unravel. Since this year, the school's got a new system locking up our phones in fabric pouches that we can't open till we leave. I reach for it like clockwork with my eyes focused on her legs. The only person I know who wears fishnets and patent leather combat boots year-round. Uncrinkling a note without looking away from her thighs is our everyday romance. You really into this shit? LOL. I let my smirk answer her question. Pushing the note under the test prep packet as Schloss's dry monotone lecture comes back into focus and reminds us how much of this test makes up our total grade. And how much college acceptance rides on our grades, and how college acceptance determines the direction of our lives.
Indicate whether you agree or disagree with the statement as you have interpreted it. Choose 2 works you have read that you believe best support your opinion. Use specific references to appropriate literary elements to develop your analysis.
Tell them what they want to hear to prove you've got some sense to prove. You can achieve success. My hand shoots up without thinking to stop myself, and Mr. Schloss rolls his eyes, letting out another miserable sigh before stopping in the middle of his instructions.
Yes, what is it, Sarah?
It's cerulean.
Yes, sure, Miss Jean. What is it now?
It's cerulean. And I was wondering what they mean by appropriate.
Cerulean Gene. We don't have time for this today. I'm sure you know what appropriate means.
Yes, I know the definition, but that's why I'm asking. We never read the kind of books we like in here, so how will we know if our examples from the references are appropriate? Who decides whose interpretation is right? Maybe you should specify? He laughs to himself as if to say, if I don't know what the test means by appropriate, how is it that I know what it means to specify?
Cerulean, I don't need to specify anything here. You need to be paying closer attention to what we read and what I say in this class. And if you're too busy reading...